The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Hello? I know it's early, I know, but I like to start early, where most other webinars start late, to make sure everything's working great. So, if you're not currently making coffee, getting ready, or finishing up a phone call, getting ready, do me a favor. In the little question box there in the GoToWebinar control panel, it says questions. Would you type in anything so I know that you can hear me and see me? Because I will keep my webcam on the entire time, whether you like it or not. You can actually make me small or make me big, but I will show slides. So if you guys would be so kind, you early birds who are here, welcome. Thank you. Let me just make a little adjustment here. And let me see if you guys can see and hear me. I'm just getting adjusted. People are flowing in. Holy cow. Hey, Clint. Clint already posted a question, charity fundraiser, so I will address that after in bits and pieces throughout. It's a great question. Cindy says she can hear me. Srini says hear and see me. Pat can hear and see me. Yay. Hi, everybody. Annette says hi. Hello, Annette. Hello, Deborah. She can see and hear me. Welcome, Deborah. Welcome, Sandra. You're in the house. I'm glad you're here. And Dee Dee is here. Good morning to you. Katrina says the picture and the audio are fine. That makes me very happy. Ain't no thunderstorms forecast here for now. I think tomorrow we may get some here in Memphis. But whenever there's a thunderstorm, you can count on the power or the internet going down, one or the other. Thelma's in the house, can see and hear me. Thank you, Thelma. I appreciate it. Jeanette says, good morning, sunshine. Good morning, sunshine to you. Thank you very much. That's very sweet. Made my day already. Clint said he can hear and hear me. He didn't say you could see me, but you probably can. Thanks, Clint. I appreciate it. Wendy says, good morning. Good morning, Wendy. Tom says, can hear and see me. Lori says, good morning. Hello, Tom. Hello, Lori. Cindy says, can I share the link now to a friend? You can, but I got to tell you something. It's oversold. Our capacity is 100. So and usually, this is interesting. Statistically, and I share this with my best coach friends in the industry, 57% of you guys show up. 57%. So if 57% show up today and they come in late, they won't get in. So Cindy, go ahead and share the link, and whoever's in first is in. And we're at the halfway mark right now. We got 1 minute to go, and I start on time, baby. So that's what I'm talking about. Welcome, everybody. Is this anybody here for the first time? I've never seen one of my webinars. I've never attended one of my functions. I'm just curious, and I'm going to try my best to keep up. We got a full house today. Drinking my coffee. By the way, if you've just joined us, we have not started yet. I just like to get in, make sure the technical things are working. You should be able to see my face. I will keep the webcam on the whole time. Isn't a webinar much more interesting when you can see the speaker? These are the kind of webinars I do. It's the kind of stuff I do in boot camp too. So I just thought I'd give you a taste of the good stuff. I'm going to change the screen there if you want to write down my contact information. Let's see. Tom said you got 10 inches of snow in Denver? I'm sorry, one of my good friends lives in Denver. Actually, half in Denver, half here in Memphis. And he's flying back there Thursday. And you know that big blizzard that was forecast? We were supposed to get up to 6 inches here in Memphis, and we got a dusting. But the whole town closed down. It was hysterical. It was very funny. And if anybody knows me, you know that I'm originally from New York. So you're probably like, Memphis? The heck is he doing in Memphis? I live here now. I've lived here for a little over 2 years. And I love it. I moved here only because I never have to shovel snow again. Ever. That's the only reason why I moved here. That's not true. I moved here for a girl. Marianne says, watch this now. Marianne says, squirrel. I want you to know that's the movie Up. That's one of my favorite movies of all times. Up. It makes me cry every time. Right, Marianne? Trina says, this is Trina. Hi, Trina. Welcome. I'm glad you're here. Sally says, hello, I can hear you. Cool. I hope you can see me too. Liz says, yes. Tom said, never. So, Tom, this is our first time meeting. It's nice to meet you. Welcome. Welcome. And I promise you, we're going to start in 30 seconds, my friends, because I promised you like 10 tips and in 20 minutes, which I don't know why I did that. That's insane, which means I'm going to have to talk fast. Shanita, first time here. Welcome, Shanita. I am Stuart. I'm Chief Motivation Officer, and what I do is I motivate. And where did I get that title? I gave it to myself. It was fun. Hi, Katrina. Jeanette, Annette's first time. Welcome. Stu Rothenberg. Great name, S-T-U, but is it S-T-U-A-R-T like mine? Welcome. It's nice to meet you. Adriano is here. Welcome. I'm glad that you're here. It's nice to meet you. First timer, Clint. First time, Sandra. Deborah, she's new. Holy cow. Pat, first time looking forward to the show. Me too. Cami says, should be getting audio now. Yes. Cami, you should be getting audio now. Yes. If you're not, ain't something wrong at your end, because it ain't at my end, because I think everybody else can hear me. Welcome. Hey, Travel Genie Ken, thanks for your email before. Sally says, you can see and hear me. Cool, cool, cool. And what's the third symbol? Katrina says, what's the third symbol? That's me with a wrench. See, I have the nickname The Wrench. I've been given the nickname The Wrench as a business coach because I have this, it's a blessing and a curse. I have this uncanny ability to look at a business or look at a business plan, and it could be any kind of business, not just travel, and say it's going to work or it's not going to work. The same with a promotional plan or a launch plan for a group, whatever. So it's a blessing because that's what makes me an effective coach. I believe that's what my friends and clients tell me. And it's a curse because sometimes people don't ask for my opinion. They don't ask for my opinion. And it's hard for me not to give it when it's not asked for. So sometimes I got to shut my mouth. And when I don't, people may not be very grateful when I express myself and they didn't ask. That's what I meant by that. So that's the wrench. We're going to go back one. Barbara says, yes, I've seen you webinars before. It's first time I'm actually seeing you. Yay! I was going to get a haircut for today's event, but nah. First time caller. Hello, Lori. Lorna says she's not seeing an email contact. Oh, my email address. Good grief. It's really simple. Stuart at stuartloydcohen.com. Stuart at stuartloydcohen.com. Oh, it's, Ned. Yeah, you know what? Groundhog Day, Stu, is one of my, by the way, happy Groundhog Day, everybody. Very, very festive day. One of my favorite movies of all times. I promise we're going to get started in a minute. It's too much fun welcoming everybody in. And Stuart says it is Stuart, S-T-U-A-R-T, spelled the right way. By the way, one of my best friends growing up spells it S-T-E-W-A-R-T, so it's one of those lifelong battles I've had with him, who's right and who's wrong. Well, both good. Denise says, joint venture with wineries on river cruises and craft breweries in Ireland. Cool. We got to talk about that. Thanks, Denise. Welcome. Lorna says, I saw you once with Mike M., my good friend and mentor, Mike Marshev. Absolutely. Yes, I'm glad you came to that and enjoyed it. Yeah, we could talk about fundraising. Absolutely. You're ready to join the webinar. Happy to be here. Vera, thanks. And the last one I'm going to read is from Debbie, Family Multi-Generational Groups. Awesome, awesome, awesome. This is amazingly fantastic. So here's the deal. Here's how it's going to work, my friends. I'm going to start now in 15 seconds. One more sip of my coffee, which, by the way, if you're not part of my boot camp, you don't know this. If you are, you're probably sick of it by now. But I French press my own coffee, and I have a delightful cup before we start to make sure I can talk fast enough to get all the information in. So, welcome. My name is Stuart Cohen. I'm glad you're here, and I promise we're going to do rapid fire stuff here. And the way it's going to work is I'm going to present the first portion. And if you have a comment, a question, a suggestion, make sure you type it in because I probably won't be able to check that little. I don't like have a team of people, a staff of people. You're looking at the staff. It's me. Wait, it's me. I think of myself as Tigger. Okay, so be patient with me, but I promise you I will present and keep it short in about 20 minutes. And then I'm going to hang around as long as you want me to hang around for Q&A. And that could be for up to an hour. But I promise, you can go if you got to go. especially if you got to go. Like, you know what I mean, got to go. But if you got to go, go. But if you can hang around and ask me questions, I'll help. I'll sort of give you a taste of the Ask Stuart Hour, which is what I do for boot campers, where it's ask me anything you want, and it'd be a pleasure to help. So again, if you hey, Sally, you're here, independent meeting planner. Cool, awesome, meeting planner. Awesome, awesome, awesome. And Jamie's interested in river cruises, super duper. Here we go. So, like I said, if you got a question, a comment, type it in. I'll probably get to it after. I told you I will shamelessly also be promoting my group boot camp, because if you're serious about mastering the group business model, I want to give you an invitation and a special offer to celebrate our 1-year anniversary to begin in a boot camp. No, it's not free. Is it $1,000? No. Is it $2,000? No. Is it $3,000? Yes. I'm kidding. It's not. But the whole idea first is I want to educate, I want to inspire, I want to help reboot your groups. So I want to welcome you here to a little version of boot camp. So all the materials I'm giving you here is right out of boot camp, and this is just a tiny portion of what's in boot camp. So let's dig in. And by the way, I'm going to keep my webcam on the whole time, and there's a little toggle bar. Take a look at your screen. There's a toggle bar. You can make me big by going down, or you can make me tiny, but I will be using slides, so something in the middle would probably work well. It's up to you if you like looking at me or not. I did my hair for you guys today, and I shaved. I did. Okay. You're probably looking at number one and saying, Stuart, I don't understand. Why would you ask if I'm still trying to sell group travel? Obviously, you are, because you're here today and you want to learn on the session. But, for you to reboot, I need you to give it a second thought. Quit selling. Because that's what everybody does. Everyone else sells. They focus on selling. Nobody wants to be sold to. Okay, so Stuart, so if I'm not selling groups because nobody likes being sold to, so what do I do? Well, let me tell you what you do. Here's your reboot. You're going to find people with problems, and you can position group travel as a solution. Does that make sense? I know this is, I don't know if you've ever thought of it like this, but group travel is a solution. Somebody typed in fundraiser before. What's fundraiser? Doing a fundraiser on a ship or at a hotel as a group. What is that a solution for? It's for the fundraising organization to make money, and doing it in a really fun and cool way. Well, what about a family reunion? Why is a family reunion on a ship or at a hotel, a group, a solution? It's a solution to the problem. We want to get together. We want to have fun. And we have people, we have little kids, and we have grandma, grandpa, and great grandma. Where do we go where everybody can be entertained? You are solution providers. In the group environment, you can't be a salesperson. Because you're in the world of group travel, you're consultative. You're solving a problem. Set out to find people, organizations, or businesses with a problem and figure out how to position group travel as the solution. A little bit of reboot for you. Number two, are you searching for group leaders? And you're probably sitting there saying, well, of course I'm searching for group leaders. I'm always searching for group leaders, and it's hard to find them. Stuart, where are all the group leaders? Well, if you want the group leaders, if that's what you're looking for, you can probably check the yellow pages and you'll find a lot of them under professional group leaders. But do you really want professional group leaders? Professional group leaders usually have their own agenda, and it may not be yours. You see, the professionals, then tell me if I'm wrong. Tell me if you agree or not. Sometimes they know too much because other travel professionals have revealed what gap points are. Oh my gosh, that's evil. Have given away free staterooms, just given them away. Or so they're too savvy, and their own mission is perhaps making money. Maybe they do it for a living, and they know how to work the system. So here's the reboot. Different perspective, fresh perspective. Focus on creating new group leaders. And you know what? You can find an organization, a club, a business, a family reunion. They may not even like the title, want the title, have ever heard of the title of group leader. But they are. And who is a group leader? Write this down. The group leader is the person in the organization who is the biggest influencer. The person in any organization, whether it's a family, a business, a fundraiser group, anything, an association, a club, is the biggest influencer. And you know what? If they're the biggest influencer and they're passionate to see their organization succeed and they need to do some kind of an event, and you know that group travel is the solution, okay, then your missions will be in sync. And they're going to commit, they're going to deliver. So don't necessarily search for group leaders. I believe it's your mission, friends, to create new group leaders. And guess what? You get to mold them from the beginning. So they learn from you. They learn from you. You take charge. We'll talk about that more in a minute. Number 3. Are your solicitation emails going nowhere? I've received a lot of this from friends in boot camp who say, hey, I sent this email out, Stuart, or I'm going to. What do you think? You think it's going to work? Or they say, boy, I'm sending emails to these businesses, the local wineries, right? One of you typed in you want to do wine-themed cruises or river cruises and stuff, and nobody responds. Well, guess where it goes? It goes delete into the trash because you're doing what everybody else does. It's time to reboot. And here's the dilemma that I see is that some of us, and I don't want to, I'm not looking at you. I'm not. Well, I am, but I'm not. But so often it's so tempting to put in the email, the first email, I've got a great idea. We want to do a group cruise and we want you to be the chef. We want you to sign your book. We want you to come and do the wine tasting. And we want to promote your bit. Whatever. You spill the beans. And they're going to hit delete. Don't spill the beans. My secret? That is now your secret. Just ask for the 15-minute meeting. Ask for a 15-minute meeting. If you want to know how well it's worked for me, when I moved to Memphis and I had to meet people and get involved in the local community, holy camole, you wouldn't believe people open doors because you're putting a frame, walls around it. So if you're boring, they know you're going to be out of there in 15 minutes. I have at 2 o'clock today, I have a phone call conversation with somebody I've been wanting to meet for a long time. This person brings the TEDx talks here to Memphis. I'm going to talk to her on the phone. And guess what? I'm not going to sell her a thing. On Wednesday, I'm going down to the Memphis Convention and Visitors Bureau. I'm going to meet because she's the person who takes care of the inbound corporate meetings and incentives. And she's the person, maybe she gets asked if they need a speaker. And guess what I am? I'm a speaker. I'm a motivational. People pay me to speak. My wife finds that unbelievable because she pays me not to speak. Other people pay me a lot of money to speak. Don't sell a thing. You be the detective. And guess what you have to do? Don't sell. What's their problem? Discover their problem. Now pay attention. Now I'm going to give you the only 5 ways you're going to get in the door. There's only 5 ways you're going to get in the door. If you don't fulfill any one of these 5 ways, my friends, you're not going to get in the door. So if you request a 15-minute meeting, either in person or by phone, you need to be a member of that club group organization. Number 1. Number 2, you're coming as a referral. And that's what I parlayed here. I went to my friend's birthday party. She introduced me to a person who's a life coach. We became friends. I took her out for lunch. And I said, Jen, who do I need to meet? And she said, oh, you need to meet this person, and this person. So I asked permission. Jen, can I use your name? Because she knew these people. Doors open. Referrals work. Number 3, as a customer, are you trying to do business? Do you think you don't want to sell, you have a travel solution for that business? Perhaps they want to build loyalty, customer loyalty. Perhaps they want to celebrate an anniversary event at that local business. A lot of you want to do groups with local businesses, right? You're a local business too. You're a customer. Call them up. Hey, Kendall, you own the restaurant down on Broad there. I love your food. I go there with my spouse all the time. Can I come in and have a cup of coffee? My treat. I want to learn your secrets. How do you do it? How do you source new business? I'm a local business owner too. Don't sell them a thing. Oh, geez, I grabbed the wrong one. Make a date. Go in. Make friends. Become a detective. Find out what their problem is. So be a customer. Number 4, as a fan. You know, and if you're a fan, maybe this person is a chef or a publisher or an actor. This is tough when you get the celebrity status. It's real tough, but maybe you can get in the door for 15 minutes. That's because you're a big fan of theirs. And finally, as a partner in passion, somebody before mentioned fundraiser. I don't know if any of you do fundraising groups. There's a bunch of people in my boot camp who do right now. And you can get in the door, not as a member, referral, a customer, or a fan, but maybe you feel strongly for the same the same reasons why that organization is there. And you want to help. They're always fundraising. They're always looking at ways to raise funds. Don't go sell. Find out what their problem is. Position group travel as a solution, and that's how you get in the door. Number 4, are they shopping you, then dropping you? This is a very common situation that I hear, which is price, price, price. They're shopping you to death, and they're saying, oh, I could get it cheaper down the block. And you probably get that on a regular basis when it comes to your individual people. But when it comes to groups, you should never hear this. You should never hear this. Because if you need to reboot, my friends, you need to quit selling the off-the-shelf, bare-bones, stripped-down product. And in boot camp, I can't even tell you how many different video modules and PDF downloads that I have for you there of how to put the power in the package. How to put the power in the package. How to ask for permission to package. You got to get permission to package. Don't just give them a package, because if you don't ask for permission and then they ask you, can you give me a price breakdown, it's going to be hard for you to say no. But if they said, yes, you can package it, then you could say no. And you can explain to them that the way I'm going to create a package is all the stuff that you're going to end up buying when you're there, all the stuff that you're going to end up getting that may be sold out, that may be cost you more money, that's going to cause some stress to deal with there, I'm going to include now, because I'm going to make this better than you ever expected in a million years, because I know more than you. And you put in your markup, and you're going to make the money you deserve. What a concept. Okay. Number 5. Yeah, packaging is big. Packaging is big because, I don't even have this as a bullet point, but when you do groups, you should be making boatloads of money. You shouldn't be satisfied just making the commission the supplier is willing to pay you. And with all due respect to suppliers, because they're giving you phenomenal product to sell, a commission to me is a gratuity. Have you heard me say this before? It's just a tip. I don't know how the heck you could survive on tips. Unless you can. But in this business, you have to command in groups. When you master the model, you command your own markup. You write your own paycheck. I have a spreadsheet. I even give you a spreadsheet in boot camp. You plug in the numbers and you plug in what kind of markup. I give you the cheat sheet for how to do a markup, how to net it down and mark it back up if you want to make 15, 20, 30, 40%. So are group leaders letting you down? Number 5. Are they not delivering what they say they're going to deliver? If you need to reboot, you need to accept the fact, embrace the fact that it's not their job to hold you up. It's your job to hold them up. They hired you. If they could do it all themselves, they wouldn't need to hire you. Keyword hire. They hired you. And you need to maintain control, take control. First, you need to assess to make sure the group leader is going to deliver. Oh, by the way, remind me that I have a free PDF for you guys to download, and I don't want to forget that. Okay, so the most important thing you need to do with a group leader, once you've assessed that they are the key influencer, and in boot camp I'll show you how to do that. You have to assess to make sure that they really, truly want the same mission, the same objective. Because if you guys can't synchronize on a singular mission, then it's not going to work. And probably the biggest aha moment my boot campers have told me is the realization that you must get a signed group letter agreement. Now, if it's a fundraiser, if it's a complex group, if there's risks and liabilities, you can make it a contract. But the bottom line is you should never, ever, ever, never be doing a group without a signed group letter agreement. And I give you a template in boot camp exactly how to write it so you don't have to think of these things on your own. It's done. Just plug your stuff in. And listen to this other tip. It has to be written together, in unison, in harmony, in synchronizational world or something like that, because it holds you both accountable, not just the group leader, both of you accountable. And when you sit and you write it together, even though you're the one writing it, they must sign it. They'll know what you're doing, you'll know what they're doing, and you both will know what you're not doing, and responsibilities and timelines. It's awesomely, essentially important, and it will work. So I hope you do consider joining my boot camp, because you'll get all that stuff in boot camp. Oh, all right, just a little promotion. Here's an offer for you. Take a breather. Everybody, deep breath with me now. Hold it. And release. By the way, I'm training for my... Why am I sharing this with you? I don't know. My second marathon. It's in 30 days from now. And I'm supposed to run... I did a training run of 20 miles over the weekend. I'm supposed to run 5. And it just got cloudy. It's going to start raining. I hate running in the rain. It's really not fun, only because it ruins my expensive sneakers. Okay, that said, write this down on stuartlloydcohen.com/RSVP. Don't do it now. Write it down. Please, and come and be my guest. Every other week, if you're in boot camp, every other week I do a coaching session, and it's called the Ask Stuart Hour. There's no slides, there's no script. My boot campers, you ask me whatever the heck you want to ask me. You got a problem, I'll try to help but give you a resolution. If you have an opportunity, I will praise you, congratulate you, and share the success with everybody, share best practices. On occasion, I open it up for you to be my guest, and I do have on rare occasion, but on occasion, special guest, Tommy Ryder, who's the head of groups of Travel Bound, is joining me February 11th. Please sign up and be my guest. You'll get a peek at what I do in the Ask Stuart Hour. Plus, there are other recordings. You can see older ones, but it's really cool because it's free coaching. It's free coaching. It's included. All right. Are you still offering that travel free as the bait? Now shake your head. Now I can't see you, but shake your head if you are. Shake your head if you are. Yes, Stuart. Yes, Stuart. I'm still offering travel free or free cabin. I can't see you. Don't worry about it. But if you are, I kind of feel it. I feel probably about 70% of you might be doing it. And you're not going to like what I'm about to say. So forewarning. And believe me, I love you. Even if you're doing this today, I love you, because after today, you're never going to do it again, because the reboot is to embrace the fact that it's ineffective, it's costly, it's amateur, because everybody can do that. Anybody can do that. And a lot of times it backfires. How many times has it backfired on you? You don't set up a clear, definitive goal, but they still expect it, so you have to give it away, and it costs you so much more money, because is a cabin really free? Of course not. There's port tax, there's gratuities, there's this, that, and the other thing. There's the NCCFs when we're talking cruises. My goodness. And how do you know, listen to me, how do you know that group leader wants a freebie? What if they're part of an organization, association, a club where it's already paid for? They don't need to travel free. They can't accept it free. They don't need it. They don't want it. So you've given something they don't want. If you offered me, Stuart, an all-you-can-eat spaghetti and meatball dinner, I would say thank you, but no thank you. That's because I only eat whole wheat pasta and I can't eat meat. If it was turkey balls, that might be okay. I'm largely vegetarian, but TMI, too much information. But I'm saying is, why offer something you don't even know if they need? And it's very complex to give away free because it costs you a lot more money. The problem is the perceived value isn't high enough. That person doesn't realize how much it really costs you. So before you jump in, find out what they need. So demonstrate your skills. Be a detective. Remember, uncover the problem and find out what they need. That's true consultative sales. True consultative sales. Okay? And become a true partner. And you'll know, you'll listen, you'll hear what they need, and maybe it will be the freebie, and you're gonna write it all out so they know exactly what they need to achieve. And by the way, you never want to give a freebie free before the trip leaves. How many times have you had the situation where the trip leaves and there had been cancellations a week or two before, and you missed the threshold for earning the freebie, let that one sink in for a minute. I've seen it plenty of times. So guess what? Good luck trying to get the money back from the group leader or the person who got the freebie or the discount you passed out to everybody because they didn't achieve it. You didn't hit it. Mm-hmm. Let's talk about that. Okay, number 7. Are you allowing the internet and direct sellers to beat you? And I mean allow, because if they're beating you, you're allowing them. Bottom line is the internet and direct sellers, they got nothing on you. The internet or the online travel agents, okay, travel agencies, it's a very one-dimensional approach. They usually can't package. There's not that relationship, that problem-solving consultative mentality of a travel professional one-on-one, okay? And if they go to book direct, my gosh, I feel so sad for that customer when they book direct because they're missing out on so many other options that fall outside the purview that you can offer, that you're aware of, that you know about, that they can't. The direct sellers can't. They have to stay in their box. It's so limiting. How sad. They're going to come back saying, I didn't know I could have done this, or this, or I paid too much for this because I could have done an independent excursion. Okay, so you've got nothing to nothing to lose by making sure you make clear what your purpose is. How many of you know what your purpose is? How many of you don't blame the customer for not knowing what you do, what you're good for? You got to prove it. Now, pay attention. This is important. I want you to write this down. If it's your first time ever seeing me, hearing me, this is the first time you probably ever heard this too. There's only 3 things you're good for in travel. 3 things. Number 1, you reduce stress and risk. Write this down. Because the 3 things I'm going to give you, if you're not doing these 3 things for every single client, you are failing as a travel professional. If you are proving your worth and your purpose, and you will get repeat and referral business galore. You reduce stress and show them how you've done it in the past by taking care of things, heading off problems in the past, knowing what could go wrong so that they don't. Number 2, you add value and convenience, especially when you're packaging. Don't worry, I got your back. I'm in your pocket. I'm going to take care of it for you. You add value and convenience. And finally, the big one, you transform lives. You are a transformer. You take what would have otherwise been if they booked it on their own, or if they booked it through another agent who doesn't have this training, who hasn't gone through boot camp, or if they book it through a supplier direct. You take an okay group trip. You make it good, you make it better, you make it best. That's your job. You transform lives. Because when you have the best vacation ever, that's a life transformation. Number 8, are you not escorting groups even when they really need you there? Not many training modules talk about escorting. But I want to tell you something right now, my friends. I don't know if any of you escort your groups, or more often than not, I hear from agents that either don't want to because it's going to cost you too much money, or the client says, I'm not paying for you to be there. Well, I hate to tell you, the cost is very high. The cost is very high to you both when you're not there. Things go wrong, especially if it's a complex group or even a basic group that has special needs. So the whole idea there, my friends, is to actually build yourself into the package. Build yourself into the package. And when the client, listen to me, says to you, I'm not paying for you to come on my group trip, that's on your dime. You say, oh, yes, you are, but you won't see it. You won't feel it. You won't know it, because I'm going to build myself into the package. And let me tell you something. This is not a group trip that you want to go unescorted. I've been doing this for a lot of years, and I know everything that could go wrong usually does. So when I'm there, I'm not going to be in your party. I'm not going to be drinking with your people. Well, maybe. I'm going to stay a step ahead and behind the scenes. Listen to me. I'm going to stay a step ahead and behind the scenes and And you don't worry about getting me paid for, because it'll all be built to that end package you gave me permission to do. But you don't want, I will not book this group for you unless you embrace the fact that you need a professional there to make sure things go perfect. Because if they don't, you're going to come back and you're going to bite my head off. And that's not the kind of business I do. I want it to be perfect for you, and that's why I'm going to make sure it's perfect. Why do you need that stress? Because trust me, on a ship, things, especially, right? How many do groups on ship, and all of a sudden the client calls you, oh, that room they have to change this. It happens all the time. You provide a very valuable service, and you deserve to get paid for it, never to do it free. And by the way, in group boot camp, I have a PDF, 7 pages long, of 92 things the professionals do. So they escort to perfection. So my goodness, everybody's like, you couldn't think of 100? No, I couldn't think of 100. That was it. I racked my brain. 30 years in the business. You've got everything I know. And it's not I know. It's based on what I've seen the highest group producing travel professionals do when they escort. That's in boot camp. Okay, next. Yes, it's being recorded. I see Diane just asked if it's being recorded. I sure hope so. All right, number 9, are you dumbfounded why perfect groups bomb? Listen to me very carefully, because this was just added to boot camp, and that's why boot camp is probably, if you just got this module alone, this alone is worth the $600 boot camp, okay? What I mean is, you have the perfect group. Everything is wonderful. It's perfect. The people are excited. It's awesome. They've done it before. Everything just seems perfect. And then it doesn't sell. You open up for business, doesn't sell. So what do? You blame the group leader. You blame the people in the group. The group leader didn't do what they were supposed to do to generate the business, to make the phone calls happen. The people didn't book, and they said they were going to book. I don't understand. So you're in a rush to open up for sale right away. And then you do the promotions after. But let me tell you, friends, it's too late. Listen carefully. This could be the most important information of all. It's time to take the 4th P seriously. Well, what's the 4th P? Have any of you been trained in marketing? What's the 4 Ps? The 4 Ps of successful marketing. Price, product, place. You guys are good at coming up with the great price, which I hope you're doing as a package. In terms of the product, you guys are great at coming up with the perfect package, the product that meets their needs. And the place, I don't mean the place where the ship goes or where the hotel is located, but the place is how you're going to reach them. The media, okay, the channels, the marketing channels. So what's the 4th P that's missing? Who can tell me? The promotion. Nobody taught you how to do the promotion the right way. There are several mistakes we made when it comes to group launches. Number 1, we believe it's so good, everyone's jumping up and down, it's going to sell itself, and it does it. Number 2, we believe our first mission is to open up for sale and start taking bookings because we don't want to put people off, and that's wrong. You don't have permission to open up for sale until you do the 4th P, which is the promotion. So the promotion has to come before the purchase, and I teach you exactly how to do it in boot camp and all the things you need to do, because I redefine promotion. I totally redefined promotion. It's called my group launch secrets in boot camp. I hope you're interested, want to learn more, and want to get it in boot camp, because I think it's awesome. I really do. It transforms the way you do group business in it. What I like to say is eliminate groups that bomb. All right, number 10. Stay with me here. Stay with me here. Are you not getting group sales from your own inner circle? This is the final point, number 10. So hang with me, because I'm going to go to Q&A right after this, and I'm going to give you that free document. I loaded it up. You'll be able to download it right from here. And then I'm going to check the questions. Stay with me. And are you not getting group sales from your own inner circle? And I've said for years and years and years, all the business you need is in your own backyard. It's right there. All the group business you ever need is in your own backyard. The problem is they don't know. They may know you're alive, but they may not know that you love groups. They don't know what you do, why they should book groups through you. They have no idea. You can't just say, I book groups, give me a group business. You have to prove it. You have to show through testimonials, and you have to let them know that you want to help them. You want to transform their lives. So write this down. This is the number 1 question, the number 1 sentence that you're going to say whenever you speak to a client, a friend, a family member, anybody. every time you talk to them, here is the key question of sourcing new business from your own backyard. Listen to this. Read it out loud. What big celebrations are on your horizon? Friends, if you ask everybody this question, hey, what's coming up for you? What big celebrate? Everyone is going to say something. It could be a big birthday, it could be a big anniversary, it could be a big corporate event. Oh my goodness, that's how you fish for new group business opportunities in your own backyard. It's rare somebody says none. I lead a boring life. I got nothing fun and exciting coming up. Right there. Right there. If you use that sentence, if you get a new group, I want 5%. Who's going to give me 5%? I'm kidding. Go ahead and use it. Go ahead and use it. Okay. Now, so I'm going to give you that free document now, and I'm going to start checking your questions and take your comments and stuff. But stay with me because I got to see which PDF I loaded up for you. But my question is this: after all these years, and I'm assuming everybody here has been in business for years. If you're brand new, I think group bank, you're not ready for group boot camp. If you've been in business 6 months, a year, yes. If you've been in business 20, 30 years, yes. The majority of people in my boot camp now have been in business for a very long time. They just never nailed it. They've never nailed it. And I like to think of boot camp as really the blueprint for success. Okay, so here's what I want to do. I want to give you that handout now. Now watch the screen. Watch the screen because I think this is how it works now. It should come up. Do you guys see it there? Are you able to download it? Let me know if you can download it. Can you download it? Is that working for you? I hope it does. Make sure you can download it. I need to know. Can you guys download it? Hey, Jacob, and while you guys are figuring out, and hang on, because there's something, I have a special offer, a boot camp offer. It's only for you guys. So if you leave now, you're not going to hear it. So give me a minute. Already got it? No, I can't. No, we can't. No. I was able to download how. I can't. Some of you said you can download it. Some of you said you can. There's got to be something you can click. And I'll tell you what, if you don't see it, email me and I'll send it to you because I want you to have it. It's 23 bonus ways to expertly prospecting and qualifying new business. So this is bonus ways. This is in addition to all the other ways that I have in boot camp, but I'd like you to have this one. And so if you don't see it, send me an email at Stuart@stuartloydcohen.com. Stuart@stuartloydcohen.com. And I'm going to get to the questions, I promise. So if you couldn't see it before and download it, send me an email and I'll give it to you. I want you to have it. But some of you, half of you have it, half of you didn't get it. I don't know why. It's just supposed to be there. I'm happy to email it to you. It's a PDF. It's a small file, about 4 or 5 pages, and I hope you would like it as my gift to you, and thank you for coming. So here's the deal. If you really do want the blueprint to mastering groups, you get 1 year in boot camp. But now if you if you want to get in, you get 2 extra months free. So you actually get 14 months, not just 12, but 14 months, which means the benefit there is because I do the Ask Stuart Hour coaching session every other week, you get even more of those too. You get a whole more 2 months of those and access. Okay. And you could join everybody else who's already in boot camp. We're celebrating our 1 year anniversary in boot camp, and I couldn't be more excited and happy. So it's a 48-hour offer. So here's the deal. Here's your choices. And then I'm going to the questions. I promise you. I promise. We're going to have a little Ask Stuart Hour coming up. I'm going to go back and look at all the questions. You can either, if you go to the website, you could buy now, start now. So you're 1 year plus your bonus 2 months, 14 months starts now. And you can either pay it all now or you can pay it out monthly. I don't care. Okay. Or if you're not ready to start now, but you just want to deposit to get the deal, just let me know. Don't do anything online. Send me an email saying, Stuart, I want to deposit now to lock in the deal. Just deposit $100 so you get the extra 2 months, and you tell me when you want to start. I don't care when you want to start. Maybe you're busy, you have a dentist appointment coming up, you're going on vacation, you're escorting a fam trip, or you're escorting a group and you can't start until 2 weeks from now, 3 months from now, 6 months from now. I don't care, but just let me know. So that's the deal, and I'm happy to share that with you. So I'm going to leave the screen up right now so you can connect with me. My email address again is Stuart@stuartloydcohen.com. And now I'm going to look at some of the questions. Sandra, we did get going. I hope you're good. I hope you're still here. I hope you enjoyed the program. I was just welcoming everybody in, and I told you it's going to be high speed. Most webinars are an hour. I don't like doing an hour. I like to get you in, get you out. If you can hang around right now for Q&A. If you got a problem, type it in. If you don't have a problem, listen to somebody else's problem. Be a fly on the wall. Maybe you'll learn something. You want a copy of the group agreement letter if you want in boot camp? No, I'm so sorry. I can't do that. That's just not right. That's like a customer asking you, hey, can you give me all the booking information so I can book it so you don't have to? No, but I'll give you, I like to give out free stuff so you get a sample, you get a taste of what's going on boot camp, but that's one of them. I can't give you, Damone. I'm really sorry. Thelma wants to know a group agreement letter, even if it's only 10 people. Absolutely. Even if it's only 10 people, Thelma, absolutely, because you don't want the risk of it turning into 2 people. And you know what? The group agreement letter, Thelma, can end up being a half a page if that's the case, because maybe it's less complex. But you can, I don't care how big or how small the group is, you both need to know who's responsible for what. And they're going to love you for it because you guys write it together. You write it in tandem. You write it as a team. You write it as partners. And they're going to love the fact that they know they have an expectation of what you're going to do, and they know what their responsibility is too in the deal here, because you don't want that to end up becoming 3 people or 4 people or 5 people. Diane wants to know if it's been recorded. Absolutely, it's being recorded. If you want the link, Diane, send me an email. I'll give you the link, no problem. And thank you, Lene, for saying product, price, place, and promotion. Those are the 4 key parts of marketing successfully. And we've never been taught by suppliers, by anybody, ever, how to launch a group the right way so that when you open up for sale, you will get the biggest bang right there the day you open, because now that usually doesn't happen unless it's a really big wig celebrity. You know what I mean? Like me. If I was going on a group and I was going to be there, we'd sell out. Okay, more questions. Here we go. Stay with me if you can. Okay, is boot camp catered more towards cruise groups or just as much for customized land groups? To be honest with you, it's for both. Because the information I give you, you can apply to customized land groups too. Absolutely. Now, yeah, I do give you a markup cheat sheet. I give you the Excel spreadsheet that you can actually type in and figure out your markup, so that would help a lot too. We've got Travel Bound coming in a couple of weeks. He's great, because I do realize one of the important things is that I don't want you to be selling off-the-shelf, bare-bone, stripped-down products. I want to teach you how to create your own products, and I want to be there to help. So the answer to the question is yes. Customized land groups you will learn. And yes, satisfaction is guaranteed. So no, it's not all about cruises. It will help you master group business. And I'm all for you putting together your own products so that differentiates yourself, you create a package and make the money that you want to make. So I hope that answers your question. The answer is yes. It's for both. Cindy wants to know, off subject a bit, another expert in the age of business suggested we offer referrals a 2% commission of the total trip package. What do you think of this? Well, Cindy and everybody else, what do you guys think? I think that's an idea. I think it's an idea, okay, for the referrals. But what if they don't want the 2%? Or what if that 2% turns out to be a huge amount of money? What if it's a huge group and it's going to cost you $10,000 for that 10%? You're giving away something that could be in excess. So I'm not so sure, Cindy, I would be the guy to tell you, to coach you, to give a flat 2% referral fee. And you know what else? When somebody outside of the business world, they hear 2%, they don't think it's very much, do they? That may not motivate them. So here's what I say, Cindy. When somebody sends you a referral, or you're trying to solicit referrals, okay, you can say that I promise to return the kindness and show my gratitude with something very special. What do you want to do? You want to find out what it is that they love, that they want. If it's local, you could take them out for dinner, right? Or if not, you could buy them a gift set, a $50 gift certificate to their favorite store. Maybe they love Bed Bath & Beyond. I don't know, or Amazon or whatever. And instead of it costing you $10,000, it costs you $100. So I don't like that as a hard and fast rule, but that is an option. Okay, I just think that could get you into a lot of trouble. Either if it's a small group, they're not going to be excited about it because it's 2%. Hello, give me 10. Ain't no way. That's your whole commission. Not going to work. And why give away your hard-earned money? Why can't you, Cindy, why can't you give them something that actually has a higher perceived value but costs you less? Listen to me. Give away, and that's what you do when you build a package. You're going to give away something that has a higher perceived value but cost you a lot less. Maybe you can buy those excursions if it's part of the group. By the way, if you guys don't know this, I'm the guy who invented, created, started, founded a company called resortforaday.com. And 5 years later, it became the largest supplier of hotel passes for cruise guests in the world. It's since been acquired by World Travel Holdings. Resortforaday.com, I paid commission, they pay commission, they're awesome. What a wonderful opportunity to include that, to offer it as an incentive with the group if it's something you know they want, you know they need, and because it's commissionable, you're going to net it down so the value to them is higher and it costs you less. That's what you should do for referrals too. Hope that answers. Jacob said, first time hearing you speak, very informative, few questions. Jacob, I didn't see the questions, but you can absolutely type it in or send me an email. Happy to help. Bruce said, already got it. Let's see. Some of you got that handout. Some of you did not. Let's see. And there's Jacob's questions. Hang on, everybody. We got questions. Can you expand on? And by the way, I just want to remind you, with Group Bootcamp, it's $600. It should be $5,000, but I don't do those kind of things because I'd rather have a ton more people in than very few people in. So it's 600. It includes group launch sequence, and you get 1 year, but a bonus 2 months if you sign up the next couple of days. So there's your opportunity. I hope you take advantage of it. I'd love to welcome you in. I really would. Jacob wants to know, can I expand on the importance of promotion and give examples? Well, okay, Jacob, listen, everybody. And I can't give this away entirely, but I want to share this with you because right now we think of promotion as email blasts and free upgrades, right? Listen to me carefully, everybody. This is golden. Don't leave. If you're about to click me off, don't leave. I'm going to give you something right out of bootcamp, group launch sequence, my redefinition of promotion. We typically think of promotion as the email blast, as an advertisement, as an offer. Free upgrade, early booking discount, something special like that to catch people's attention. And I'm telling you that's antiquated, that's old. You don't need to do those kind of things. Although you could say the price goes up by a certain day, and that's okay. That's okay. But the redefinition of promotion is that what you're going to do is you're going to remove obstacles, questions, trepidations, fears, issues, anything that might, because you're not open for sale yet, Jacob, anything that might give a prospect cause to think about it. I need more time to think about it. I need to talk it over with my spouse. I'm not sure yet. Obviously, there's an obstacle, there's an objection, there's an issue, there's a matter that you haven't resolved yet. And no matter what advertising you can do and free upgrades and get this free and bonuses and lock in a special early booking discount, they're still going to have the objection, the question, the issue that you haven't addressed yet that's stuck in their heads you haven't overcome. So for those of you who've stayed with me, and I'm so grateful you're still here, the definition, my definition, and I show you how to do this too. My definition of promotion is making sure you remove all those issues, obstacles, objections, matters, so that when you say, now it's time to buy, now I'll take your money, now you give me your credit card, there's nothing standing in their way. There's no more questions because the proper way you promoted, you haven't done a hard sales job, which is what we tend to want to do. Buy, book. It's awesome, it's wonderful. But you know as well as I do how many times you make a sales pitch to somebody and they're like, I need more time, I'm not sure. Why don't you sure? Look at the deal. Well, I don't care about the deal. There's something that you didn't explain that I have a little bit of fear booking this and you need to address it. That's what you do. Hope that helps, Jacob. So once again, if you couldn't get that download, so what you do is if you could download it, then you can print it as a PDF on your computer, but it should be able to save. And if it doesn't work, my friends, Hey, listen, I tried to get fancy, use a tool from GoToWebinar, and maybe it didn't work. It usually works. Email me, Stuart at stuartloydcohen.com, and I'll send it to you. Debbie, thank you, Debbie. It says upper handouts above the question box. That's where it is. Myrna said, please email it to me. Myrna, can you send me that? Hi, Myrna. Can you send me an email? Or because I want to get it to you sooner rather than later, because going through all this stuff is going to take some time. Cindy, okay, Cindy gave me an email too. I'm going to do my best to get it to you guys. I'm grateful you want it. You're welcome, Myrna. Hang on here. You're not dismissed yet. I got 9 minutes, but we're probably going to end before then because I got a huge crowd still on the line, and I hope each and every one of you is going to come with me on your group revolution. Allow me to inspire it, set you on fire. Finally do the kind of business you want to do, because suppliers direct and the internet can't do it. You're the only ones who can, and consumers need you. Michelle was able to download it under handouts. Stu said he can't see it. Carol is downloading it. So it's one of those things. What are you going to do? Jacob, next question. What group types would you suggest one pursue first? Listen, everybody. What group types do I suggest you do first? Affinity, but you already knew that, versus speculative. And here's the deal, Jacob. I wouldn't listen. Everybody, listen to this. This is going to be the last point here. The last point. You guys have some awesome questions, but I gotta let you go. Wow. Go with, what do you love? What are you passionate for? Don't just go looking for creating groups or stealing a group from somebody else if it's not in your love circle. What do you love? Who do you love working with? What type of group business do you want? Then go offer it. Go offer it. Go offer it. Make a niche, man. Specialize in that niche, whether it's family reunions or fundraisers or corporate meetings and incentives. So that's the way I suggest you do. Hey, Patty's in the house here. Travel Genie's here. Trends in group travel 2016. Jacob wants to know, basically, that's the trend I see is that more and more consumers are going to be disappointed because they're going to book their groups online and be terribly disappointed that they're going to miss out on so much. That's the trend. And unless you on your own master groups and get aggressive and reboot, or join boot camp, then we're going to have more and more unhappy people because suppliers direct and the online travel agencies just can't do it. Email address again, and I'm racing through these questions. Stick with me. This is super cool. Email address again is Stuart at stuartloydcohen.com. Lorna says, thank you, Lorna. Since 1990, I've been hearing from suppliers that it's just as easy to sell a group as an individual, and my experience is 10 times harder. Am I doing something wrong? Yes, you are, Lorna. You really are. They are right. The whole idea behind selling a group is that obviously the benefits are tremendous because you're going to grow your business exponentially. Wow, one of the key things, Lorna, is that you shouldn't have to sell to the people individually, because then you're back to doing individual business and you're going to pull your hair out of your head. You need to sell to them as a group. You need to service them as a group. You need to present to them as a group. I'm giving you all the stuff out of boot camp. I'll show you exactly how to do this stuff. All right. The whole idea is to know how to sell and service and launch the group as a group efficiently. It's about efficiency, Lorna. It's efficiency. And suppliers don't teach you how to do this. Nobody else teaches you how to do this. I don't think I've never seen it. That's why I built boot camp. When you do it efficiently, and you reduce the number of phone calls that come in, people asking the same question, I'll show you how to do that. One way how to do it, but all FAQ, all questions that come in, you put online. You keep adding, you tell everybody, hey, you've got a question, we probably already answered it. Here's the website, go there. Any question you ask, we post there, we're going to post the answer there. Direct them there. Nobody wants to pick up the phone these days and have a conversation. They either text it or they check the web. So selling to them, presenting to them, helping them on a group basis, it works. So the answer is yes. It is easier, my friend Lauren. And I wish I could help you in boot camp, or at the very least come to the February 11th program where we can connect again. Sally says, how can I reach the right people in corporations planning a meeting in this technology world? How do you reach the right people in corporations planning a meeting? Well, remember I told you the 5 ways how to get in the door of that 15-minute meeting? Sally, I would hope that you're going to go to a company and organization where you have some kind of connection. So that's how you're going to get in. You're going to ask for a 15-minute meeting, and you're only going to ask questions. You're going to do your research. You're going to make sure you know before you go who they are, what they do. You're going to compliment them, give them accolades on what you've seen they've done recently. And if there's an opportunity, Sally, if there's an opportunity, you're going to ask for another meeting. You're not going to spill the beans, and you're not going to talk about yourself unless they ask. And if you have an idea, you say, you know what, Mr. and Mrs. Jones, thank you so very much for inviting me in and in this 15 minutes telling me what you do here. I'm very impressed with your business, with your company, and apparently you do meetings and incentives. I have an idea. That's my sweet spot. That's what I happen to do. I own a business down the block. Would you give me another 15-minute meeting next week, whenever it works for you? I want to ask a couple more questions, and then I have an idea. If you don't like it, I'll be out of here in 15 minutes. That's what I would say you do. Tom says, how much is boot camp? I told you already, it's $5,000. I'm kidding. It's $600. We got 3 minutes, and then I'm cutting out. Stay here. Could I please, Barbara says, can I please display the boot camp promo again? You bet. Hold on there. Hold on. The boot camp promo. Ba-da-da-da-da. Hold on there. It's coming. We're going. The boot camp promo is right there. Ta-da! There we go. Hold on. There you go. That's right. So if you're not ready to start now, don't buy it yet, okay? Or you can if you want, but why pay for something you're not going to use right away? I'll give you a link to make a $100 deposit, so you lock in the extra 2 months free, and you can start whenever you want because you move through at your own pace. It's not as if boot camp you have to go with a class. That I built it to be totally convenient. It works on your time schedule. If you want to start today, I'll get you in today. I'll give you a login today. You start week 1 right away. If you want to start 7 months from now in 14 days, start then. I don't care. It's up to you. Here we go. We're just coming down to the end. Rifling through. Do I have a group worksheet to start the group process? I do. I have a group lead worksheet. It's in boot camp. I want you to have it, Diane. Srini says, hi, Stuart, trying to organize a FAM for travel agents for a group of 10. A great deal, but agents are hesitating to jump in. Why are you doing it with travel agents? I need more information, Srini. I don't know why you would do that for travel agents. Are you a supplier? Interesting. Tom said, so send me an email. At boot camp, is it live or recorded? I have dozens and dozens of video modules that are done. Dozens and dozens of PDF downloads that are done. Every other week, we do the Ask Stuart Hour, which is live. So you have access to me every other week. John says the bootcamp webinars live. Are they available for review? They are not live. Why don't I do them live? Because you guys tell me you have no time to attend any more webinars. God knows you're here, and I'm so grateful, so thankful that you've given me this time out of your day, and you've stayed longer. That's awesome. But the last thing I wanted to do was layer on webinar after webinar, and then you're going to miss it. You're going to feel like you're behind. No, you watch the module. You download the PDF when you want. Toggle back and forth. 1 year, unlimited, anytime access, and you get the extra 2 months too. So I hope that helps. Sally said for years she's just cold called, and that's cool too. And sometimes that works. But remember, don't sell anything. You're there to find out what their problem is and position group travel as a solution. Lorna says, can you give me some examples of things to? I'll tell you what. We are out of time. So here's what I'm going to do. Listen up. I'm going to dismiss you in 10 seconds. I'm going to go through all of the questions here. I'm going to do my best to follow up with all of you. It's not going to be easy, but we got a lot of questions, which I'm really grateful for. And I do hope you'll reach out to me too. Please, Stuart at stuartlloydcohen.com. I'd love to welcome you to boot camp. We're celebrating our first year, full year anniversary. Give you 2 months free for coming in. And give me a call. Send me an email. Send me a carrier pigeon. I want to connect with you. And I promise you that I will go through all this stuff now because I can't keep you any longer. Ladies and gentlemen, I wish you happy sales. Grateful you're here. It's nice to meet some of you for the very, very first time. And for some of you, the names I recognize, my friends. It's great that you came here to be with me today. This is being recorded, so if you want a copy of the link, send me an email. I'll give you the link. I just have to download it, get it ready, so it's not going to happen immediately. I'll try to have it done before the day is up. And now I'm going to begin breathing because for the last hour, I haven't even taken a breath. Thanks, everybody. Happy sales. Real glad that you're here. Bye.